like I said, a couple of people joining us on online, and let me just put that up there, and we will get started. So I'm going to hand to you. We do some mantras that sound a little different in Kundalini yoga, and we have. We're only going to be saying this first one at the beginning of class, and then this is at the end of class. We chant this, sing or chant that song. And that's an Irish blessing actually at the end. But the first is instead of saying Om, as you might hear in some classes, we say Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. And it means I bow to the subtle wisdom, divine wisdom, and the divine teacher within. Um, so it's just a little different choices, mantras that we use when we open in Kundalini Yoga. Um, and we'll just go ahead and get started since the other person canceled. We will go ahead and start. And let's start with a simple breath tonight. We'll do you breath. You've probably seen this before. Some lineages call it nadi cleansing or U-shaped breath. So we'll be breathing in on one side, out on the other, in on the side, and then out on back to the other. And it looks like this before you begin. You just gently press your thumb on the right side, breathing in on the left, and use either your middle finger or whatever finger you're comfortable with, and breathing out on the right, then in on the right, and out on the left. So that's how we're going to begin. And then we'll tune in and do the Kriya after that. So we'll go ahead and do this. Go ahead and begin by breathing in on that left. Exhale on the right. Inhale on the right. Exhale on the left. Inhale on the left. Exhale on the right. Inhale on the right. Exhale on the left. And continue that sequence. Continue breathing. Now I'm going to be playing some background music for a little bit. Oh, time so breath of my life. Cycle back around to your left side. And as you come to that left side, rest your hand down on the lap. Take a deep breath in through both nostrils, filling up the belly. Hold, tighten up all the muscles. Exhale, pulling all the air out, flattening the stomach, pulling the abdomen in. Take another deep breath in. Hold, exhale. Last time, inhale, hold, tighten up the mulaband, the entire abdomen, all the way up. Tighten all of your muscles. Sip air in. Keep holding. And exhale. Relax for just a moment here. And open your eyes when you're ready. Okay, we'll go ahead and tune in. We'll tune in with Ong Namo Guru De Namo. It's when you say Ong, the tongue kind of touches the top of the palate. And then it's kind of phonetically spelled, so it's Dave, like Dev, Dave. But it's actually spelled, if you were to look, it's D-E-V, but that's how we say it. So let's go ahead and bring our hands to heart center. We'll take a deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in again. Exhale. And this time we'll prepare for the mantra. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Take a deep breath in and hold it. Exhale and relax your arms down. Okay, welcome to Kundalini Yoga. I have my regulars on Zoom. And I've been, just to kind of let you know, I've been doing Kundalini Yoga since, officially, I would say since 2017. I went to training in 2018, 2019. It kind of overlapped fall into spring. And I've been teaching off and on since then. Of course, COVID got in the way a little bit for me and had to step back from some things, but I'm back to it. And I was introduced to this particular yoga by a friend of mine who was taking her classes back in 2016, 2017, I think is when she took hers. Before that, I did all different types of yoga, and I still do. I take classes still in different forms of yoga. And I particularly like Vinyasa flow. My personal feeling in my body is when I hold poses for a really long time, sometimes I can get kind of stiff in those poses. So I like to move. So I like the flowy types of yoga. And this tends to be that most of the time. Kundalini yoga, typically we have quite a bit of movement. Um, it doesn't quite look like other forms of yoga. Um, but just to kind of set you up, we do a tune in, we have a breath that we do, and then we do the exercise, and then we do shavasana, and then a meditation. The last two can be reversed on occasion, just depends on what it calls for. So let you know what you're in for. I think today we'll do some warm-ups, and typically most of our kriyas are sitting. But today's class, we'll do our warm-up seated, but our Kriya will be standing, which is quite unusual, right? So we'll be standing for most of the Kriya. Um, so I'm going to pull, you may want to take and have a blanket just slightly at the edge. I'm going to pull this out from behind me just so I'm more on the floor. But for me in particular, it helps to keep the knees down and it also keeps so just kind of rolled it up weird. Um, it keeps my hips in the right, there we go. Okay. Keeps my hips in the right, correct posture to have a little bit of a edge there. You've got it just like that. Um, so we'll kind of bring our legs in a little bit. And we've been sitting here for a few minutes. So if you'd like to uncross and recross your legs just to try the other direction on for a while. And we will begin by doing Sufi grind. So Sufi grind, um, you breathe in as you pull your body forward, your chest forward, and then you begin rotating around your hips, not moving your hips, but rotating your hips around or rotating your body around your hip. And you can go slow, breathing in as you come to the front, exhaling as you come to the back, and make it really wide. If you prefer, if your body's feeling more of a quicker pace, you can go a little quicker. And by making those motions maybe a little smaller. So just do what your body's feeling. Maybe start slow. And as you feel your spine and your back warm up, then we can go a little quicker. I'll turn that beautiful music back on. And breathing in as you come around to the front, exhaling as you come to the back. And most of the time we do keep our eyes closed. Of course, if you're not familiar with what we're doing, maybe keep your eyes open until you kind of see, and then close your eyes down. And that's because in our classes, we're mostly focusing on the breath, how our body feels, how the inward universe feels, and not really what's going on the outward. So not really paying attention to other people, which is pretty easy when there's only one person in the class. Again, breathing in as you go forward, exhaling as you come through the back. And this last time around, stop at the front as you come to the front and reverse the direction, slowly going back around the other way, breathing in as you come forward, exhaling as you go to the back of the body. Allow your body to come naturally to a stop, to start slowing down the motion, making it smaller, and come to a stop right in the center. I'll demonstrate the next for you. You don't have to begin yet. Grabbing your shins. We're going to pull the chest forward, the heart center forward, and rock back on our bottom, going forward and back. So breathing in as you go forward, exhaling as you go back. Again, start out small or start out as slow as you would like here. Feeling your body. Once you're kind of used to this motion and used to the breath, maybe speed it up just a little. Keeping the chin parallel. Don't do your head up and down, but just kind of keep it nice and straight, parallel to the ground. And just bringing some movement into that spine, warming it up. And come back to a stop and let your body rest back in the center again. Take a deep breath in. Hold. And then exhale. And relax. Next, we'll go ahead and bring in the shoulders. So we will squeeze the shoulders up, keeping the head again parallel, squeezing the shoulders up and then dropping them. Breathing in as you bring those shoulders all the way up as high as you can and drop them down, letting your air out, your exhale. The idea is to let them kind of just bounce. So you're letting all the tension go that you build up by bringing them up high. I tend to carry a lot of my tension, a lot of my stress tends to be in my shoulders. And I'll find when I'm going through a lot of stress during the day, on occasion, I might feel it really in my neck and shoulders. And I'll do this motion, maybe not in front of a lot of people sometimes, but I might do it in front of people if I kind of feel like it's just not relaxing. But especially if I'm sitting in traffic, I've noticed I'll do that, squeeze up and drop them down a few times. And it does just tend to help me let that stress and tension go just a little bit. Okay, squeeze the shoulders up. Breathe in, hold the breath, drop the chin down. Relax the shoulders and exhale. And slowly raise your chin up to neutral. We're going to go ahead and do, um, sorry, my brain, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so we're going to be twisting left and right. And as we twist left, we're going to breathe in. As we twist right, we'll exhale. So it looks like this. You're going to take your first your four fingers, and put them in the front, your thumb in the back. If you have a shoulder injury and this is not comfortable, it's acceptable and completely fine to kind of just cross over like this when you do this. So breathing in as you turn left, keeping the chin and neck moving with the body. So breathing in and exhaling. In addition to working our back and our spine, this also works our ab muscles. And if you did this a very long time, you would actually strengthen those abs quite a bit. But it is what we do this in the warm-ups. There are creatives that we do call for this as well. Okay, allow your body to come back to center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and slowly bring your arms down. Resting back on your knees. Go inward for just a moment here. We'll do some neck rolls. And with the neck rolls, think more of it as stretching the neck slowly. So not really spinning fast or anything. We're going to gently stretch our chin up towards the ceiling, dropping the ear either to the left or the right shoulder, and slowly bringing it around to the front. Stretching as we go, nice and slow. Breathing in as we come to the top. Exhale as we come down to the floor. Really concentrate on stretching those neck muscles. As you come around to the top again, to the top again, let's reverse the direction and go back around. Breathing out as we go down. Inhaling as we point our nose to the sky. One more times around here. Okay, inhale as you bring your nose to the sky. Hold. Slowly exhale and bring your neck back down to center into that neutral position. Okay. Good. And roll over to our hands and knees. You may want to take a blanket to place under your knees. The floor is a little hard in here. If you're comfortable on your knees without that, that's fine. Do what you feel works for you. We're just going to place our shoulders directly, our wrists directly under our shoulders, placing our hands out in front, our knees about hip width distance apart. Breathing in as we drop our belly down and arching our neck up. Exhaling as we push the air out and arching the back. So a little few cat cows here. And again, do this at your own pace. We just want to really warm up that spine. Allow your back to come back to neutral. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale. Last time, inhale and exhale. Push your toes, curl your toes down. Bring your hands a little bit towards your body and then push up into downward dog or triangle pose, as we call it in Kundalini yoga. And just stay here for just a moment. Maybe rock your knees in and back. Bringing your heels up and down. And just breathing nice and slow. Then bring your hands back towards your feet. Let's just hang here for a moment. And then ragdoll. And bend your knees and slowly roll up and just standing in mountain pose. Okay. I'm going to move my blanket off. A sip of water. If you have any, you may want to take a quick sip of some water. Okay, so I just needed to make sure that the instructions were what I thought they were. Sometimes my memory, I question myself. I do this all the time. I do it with other things too. I do it with math. It's kind of funny. I'll question it and I'll have had the right answer all along, but it's okay. We want to do it correctly. In Kundalini yoga, we have kind of a prescription. So we have a manual, we have multiple manuals, but we're Each exercise set is done for a certain amount of times and a certain amount of minutes. And then that's to get the response that we want in our bodies or our minds, maybe a little both. This exercise set, this is called Healthy Bowel System. And we will be standing for most of this except for one part. And then we will do our meditation afterwards. So, okay. So if you have any soreness in your low back, be very careful with these exercises. I've noticed that because of how often we are twisting and touching our toes, and sometimes we're holding it for a while, this can get sore and you won't notice it until after class. You'll notice it the next day, but that's okay. It's going to help the bowels a lot. It's going to help move and exercise the bowels, but it's also with that, it's going to help with a lot of things, including our back and our abs, as well as the digestive system. And doing that also helps with disease resistance, right? So, and stress, because, you know, our serotonin is made in our intestines anyway. So, all right, we'll go ahead and begin. So the first bit, it does look like windmill, but we won't be turning side to side. We'll be staying on one side, and it is for 1 minute. So pace yourself. You don't have to go fast. But I'm going to demonstrate it first to kind of show you what it looks like. So you want to be wider than hip width distance with your feet. And you don't have to begin yet, but I'm going to demonstrate. So we'll take a deep breath in here. Then as we go to bend down and touching the left side, we will exhale. Tighten your bottom as you come up. That will help. So you're tightening your legs and your bottom as you raise so that you're not putting as much pressure on that low back. So it looks like this. Inhaling again, and then exhaling as you come back out here. And we do this for 1 minute. And again, I'm going to say, don't necessarily think you have to speed through this. A minute doesn't seem like long, but it is, so, or can be. So go ahead and begin. Inhaling, exhaling as you bend down. Inhaling, exhaling as you bend down. Tightening the bottom as you come back up. If it is difficult for you, if you have a back injury, if you're just, your body, listen to your body. It's okay to come to your shin or just come to this point here where you're touching your quads. It's not necessary to touch all the way to the floor. You will get the benefit without injuring yourself. You raise back up and stand, and let's bring our hands down by our sides just for a moment. I'm just kind of raising my heels just to, because I seem to have a sore spot on my heels. So I'm just kind of maybe rotating my ankles a little to help too. And then step back out wide, a little wider than hip distance. And let's do the other side. So taking a deep breath in here. Exhaling as you come down. Inhaling as you come up. Exhaling as you go down. And again, remember, you can touch your toes. You can touch your ankles, your shins, your quads. It's not necessary to go all the way to the floor. This exercise, typically we do this a little bit quicker because it's late at night or late in the evening. If this was a morning set, I would recommend going much faster. But I think when it's late at night, we could really get ourselves into a situation where maybe it's hard to go to sleep. So, and take a deep breath in as you come back up to neutral. Relax your arms down as you exhale and bring your legs in just for a moment. Maybe shake those feet out. Okay, this time it is for longer. And instead of coming right back up, we're going to pause in that downward position. So we'll be inhaling and going down, and then we're going to hold, then come up and go to the other side. Oh, well, sorry. And then we're going to hold and then come back up. So it kind of looks like that. I'll kind of guide you a little bit on, it's a 5-second hold. So if you can count to yourself, you know, 1, 2, 3, not that fast, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then come up. Okay. So bringing your feet out wide again, taking your arms out to the side. And again, remember, you can go to your shins. You could go just to your quads. It isn't necessarily to go all the way to the floor, but we'll go ahead and begin. Take a deep breath in and twist, touch, and hold. Rise up slowly, tightening the bottom, and exhale, and touch the other side and hold. Rise up, exhale, touch the other side, let's hold. Rise up, turn to the other side, exhale. Rise up, turn, rise up. And you can go on your own if you'd like to. Remember, keep tightening the bottom as you come up so that you don't put too much pressure on that low back. Keep going. Well, under a minute left. Come back to standing. Take a deep breath in and slowly relax those arms down again. Wiggle the ankles, move the feet in. Okay. So we'll be doing the same thing, but we're pausing for 25 seconds between this one. So it's a much longer pause. It's almost kind of like a twisted downward dog, like you're kind of just staying there. But it's 25 seconds. It won't be for 3 minutes. It's 2 minutes that we'll be doing that. Let's do it. There we go. So we'll only end up being twisting a few times, really, if you think about it. So spread the legs back out wide. Keep the legs tight again, tighten the buttocks. Bring out your arms and twist. Exhale as you come down and hold. Again, remember, you can be here on your shins or up higher, depending on your back mobility and your balance, of course, too. I didn't really say it, but you can be on the wall if this is difficult. Keep staying here. I have a timer going. We rise up. Exhale and twist to the other side. A little longer here. Rise up. Twist to the other side. Hold. Rise up. Twist. Exhale and hold. Rise up. Twist. Exhale. She can feel it spin round and round. Rise up. Last time. Exhale and hold. Keep holding here. And rise up. Again, shake out just a little bit. So, same motion. This time we'll be holding for 2 minutes. So, I would say and that's it. We won't do so we're not going to be going back and forth. We're going to turn to one side. We're going to hold 2 minutes, come back up, turn to the other side, hold 2 minutes, and then we'll be finished with doing windmills. So that'll be it with that. And we'll move on to a few other things. Go ahead and widen the feet back out again. And prepare yourself, tightening your legs and your bottom to keep your back safe. Take a deep breath in, twist, exhale, and touch and hold. This is probably the hardest part for me, staying in one position. And it's two things. It's mental. When I say mental, I don't mean like I'm mental. I mean that it's in my head that I can't do it. It's not that I can't. It's just difficult for me. I definitely have ADHD. Just breathe long and deep here. But it also is physical. It can be very, depending on the day, it can be difficult for the body, for my body to stay in this position. See, we are halfway there. Almost there, guys. 20 seconds left. Remember to tighten your legs and your bottom and slowly rise up on that side. Twist back to the center. Let's just hold here for a moment. Take a deep breath in, twist to the other side, and touch the other foot and hold. I don't know about everyone else, but I do start to feel that towards the end of that 2 minutes in my very low back. Not really hurting, but it is tender or fatigued. I'm not sure the word I want to use there, but I do lift weights, and somehow when I do this exercise, I guess maybe we don't lift that. We don't do that much with that part of the back. Or at least I don't when I lift. 1 minute down. Nice long deep breaths. Under 20 seconds left. Okay, tighten your legs and your bottom and begin to rise up, twisting back to the center, walking your feet in. Exhale and relax your arms down. Go ahead and stand in mountain pose just for a second here. Let's make our way back down to the floor. We're going to lie. We're not going to be Shavasana. This is corpse pose. So it's a very short amount of time we're going to be here. I think it thought I was talking to it. Because it stopped playing. So go ahead and come back down to the floor and lie down on your back. Oh, that started over. Let's just pause it. Okay. So lie down on your back as if you're going into Shavasana, but I'm not going to dim the lights. We're just going to be here for a few minutes. If you'd like a bolster under your knees, you can do that. Otherwise, go ahead and lay your legs out straight if you can. If not, it's okay. We'll just be here for a couple of minutes and just relax. Don't want to play that because that's too stimulating. Let's bring our awareness back to the room. Again, we'll do Shavasana a little bit later. You may want to do a few not cat cows, I can't think what they're called. If you can't tell, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I have some older animals and they both woke me up, one at 3:30 and the other at 6. So my brain is not working like I would like. Just work yourself up a little bit, slowly move side to side, wiggle your ankles, your wrists, bring your shins in towards your chest, roll side to side, and then come back up to sitting either by rolling to one side and pushing off the floor or rocking back and forth until you're up into a seated position. And I apologize. I'm having some brain sketch. The rest of this is kind of repairing ourselves from all of those windmills. So we'll be doing some side bends next. So bring yourself up to standing slowly because we were lying down, so don't stand up too quickly. Maybe by pressing into the floor, up into triangle or downward dog, and then slowly bringing your hands back, slowly bending your knees, standing up. We're going to come with our feet about hip width distance apart, and it's only for 1 minute. Okay. And then we're going to take our arms. I'll demonstrate first. So we'll take our arms straight out by our sides and then dropping one arm down and bringing the other arm over our head, stretching the side body. The idea is to really stretch the side. And we'll do that from side to side. Go ahead and begin. Nice gentle stretches to stretch out that hip area. Exhaling as you drop the arm down. Inhaling as you come back to center, and then exhaling as you go to the other side. Really make sure you're stretching the side body. Inhale. Exhale as you go to the side. One more here. I don't know about you, but this feels really good to me, so I'm enjoying this part of it. And exhale. Inhale and come back to center. And let your hands float down by your sides. The next part is a standing torso twist. Okay. Again, having your legs at 1 minute. Excuse me. Your legs, your feet directly under your hips, bringing your arms out to the side, breathing in as you twist to the left, exhaling as you twist to the right. Do it about every 2 to 3 seconds on each side. And keep that up. Making sure your head is turning with your body. A couple more here. And come back to center after you finish that cycle. Allow your hands to float down as you exhale. And now we will go ahead. That was the end of the Kriya. So not a really difficult one. You may or may not feel it in your low back. I typically do. But it really works that digestive system, and it definitely helps when we're trying to ward off illness or even before we're sick. It's going to strengthen that digestive system. Let's go ahead and come down to the floor. Lie back into Shavasana. Would you like an eye pillow? We have lavender scented eye pillows. Okay. I will just have you guys lie back. Let me stop this music. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it out and exhale through the mouth. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale through the nose. Last time. Going to be turning the lights down. Relax here. Let go of all of the doing.
Power of love, and the power of now, and the power of you. It is there to create magic on the power from the power now, and the power of you. It is there to create magic on. And all the worship your feet. Let the fire burn away your face. Let the wind blow into your life, such faith and trust. Oh, let the earth take you, nurture you. Love you, power now, power you, magic on. Power love you, power love you, power you, magic on. Oh, worship your spirit, fire burn away your face. Let the wind blow in your life, such faith and trust. Lord, let the earth take you, nurture you. Power love and power now and power you. Magic on the power love and wash off your feet. Let the fire burn away our fears. There's a wind blowing in our lives, such faith and trust. Oh, let the earth be taking you. Love you. How to love you. How you love you. How you magic on how you love you. How you love you. How you magic on.
Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to the room. Start by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Circling your ankles and your wrists. Bring your knees upwards towards your chest. Hold on and gently rock side to side. Let one of your legs go out straight in front of you, holding on to the other one. And lean to one side into a cat stretch towards the outstretched. Take your knee, go towards your outstretched leg. There you go. And stretch just gently. And then rock up when you're ready and stretch to the other side. And bring those knees back up to the chest again. Rock back and forth one more time. And if you're able, rock forward and backwards. Try to do it 4 or 5 times and then come up to sitting. We're just kind of massaging that back. If that's not available to you, turn to your side and push yourself up. Okay, we have just a short amount of time for a meditation. I just want to make sure with you, you don't need to go anywhere right away. Okay, and you guys are okay too? Because we're going to go over time by probably about 4 or 5 minutes. Okay. So this meditation is meditation for a calm heart. Um, it's a good one to do when you're feeling like you might make a rash decision and you need to just slow down. And what you're going to do is take your left hand and put it over your center, over your heart. We'll just naturally let your elbow just kind of drop down. It doesn't need to be out, just drop it down. And you take your right hand into Gyan Mudra, thumb touching first finger, and your 3 fingers pointing straight up, and you bring that elbow also down in a nice, maybe pull your shoulders back into a nice relaxed position. And we'll be just doing long, deep breaths here. So taking a deep breath in, closing the eyes down, focusing on the third eye, and exhale. Breathing in. And try to keep that breath as long as you can. And then gently begin to exhale through the nose. You guys have it. And we'll stay here for just a couple of minutes. Take a deep breath in. Hold that as long as you can. And slowly exhale. Let's do that 2 more times. Deep breath in. Exhale. And last time, deep breath in. Exhale. And allow your arms to come down, resting on your knees. Before we close, I have a quote. The greatest progress in life is when you know your limitations and then you have the courage to drop them. So the greatest progress in life is when you know your limitations and then you have the courage to drop them, to let them go. It's quite a lovely quote. I struggle with that too. Sometimes we're focusing on my limitations. So I'm constantly reminded I need to let them go. And that was a good quote. Um, we're going to close out with a Long Time Sunshine song. And you have that in front of you. We'll go ahead and play. Bring your hands to prayer mudra. May the time sun shine on you. All surround and you light within you. God, your way on. May the long-time sun shine on you. All surround you and you light within you. God, your way on. Sunshine on you. All around, surround and of you, light within you, God, your way on, God, your way on, God, your way on, sun, sun, no, sun, no. Satnam, truth is the light. Satnam, thank you so much for coming.